This beautiful structure out. Standing before us is the Pope Family Mausoleum, one of the oldest and most significant private mausoleums at Cypress Lawn. This beautiful temple-like structure once stood in San Francisco's historic Laurel Hill Cemetery. After the death of lumber baron Andrew Jackson Pope, founder of the famous Pope and Talbot Company, and at the time San Francisco was basically evicting the dead and moving everybody to Colma, his family eventually chose to relocate both his remains and the entire mausoleum here to Colma. They took the mausoleum apart piece by piece, shipped it from San Francisco to Colma. In fact, this became the very first family mausoleum at Cypress Lawn and helped establish the cemetery as the final resting place for many of California's most prominent families. More than 130 years later, the Pope Mausoleum still stands as one of the great architectural treasures of Cypress Lawn Memorial Park. Now, let's look at this beautiful mausoleum more closely. The stained glass inside is stunning, let me tell you. I love these old-time mausoleums. Look at that. Looks like there's some urns inside too as well. They've got full body burials and then they've got some urns too. There's a big urn back there. On this pedestal here, looks like that's like a multi-person urn right there. There's a glare in here, unfortunately. You kind of see the side crypts and stuff, but yeah. They've got all kinds of family in here. All right. This was truly beautiful, and I love how this was relocated. Standing before us is the Coleman Family Mausoleum here at Cypress Lawn Memorial Park. This impressive structure serves as the final resting place for several generations of the Coleman family, including Robert Louis Coleman III. Like many of the grand private mausoleums found throughout Cypress Lawn, this one reflects an era when San Francisco's most prominent families created lasting monuments to future generations. Although much of the family's story has faded with time, the mausoleum itself remains a beautiful reminder of California's past and the families who helped shape the Bay Area. More than a century after many of these monuments were built, they continue to stand as some of the finest examples of funerary architecture in the West. And the Coleman family were basically pioneers of the San Francisco area as well. So now let's explore this beautiful, beautiful area. Man, this family was loaded, let me tell you, because they have little seating areas on the sides, little benches on the sides here, around the front of this. This is amazing. Oh, kind of flooded in there. Looks like there's a little bit of water. They must have the sprinklers on. I'm not going to step in there. But let's go. Now, they got like a mesh screen door kind of material over the bars. So I don't know how easy it is going to be to see inside of this. Seems to be a basket on a little table here in the front. Very beautiful, beautiful spot. Standing before us is the Eyre Family Mausoleum, one of the beautiful private mausoleums located here at Cypress Lawn. This monument is associated with Edward Ingle Eyre, a Civil War veteran who served as a lieutenant colonel in the 1st California Volunteer Infantry. During the Civil War, his regiment operated throughout the Southwest, helping secure Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas for the Union. After the war, Eyre became a respected member of San Francisco's financial community, managing investments for some of California's wealthiest citizens. More than a century later, this elegant Greek Revival mausoleum remains as a tribute to both military service and the pioneering spirit that helped shape early California. Now let's go check the inside of this beautiful structure out. This is actually really cool. I love these doors. Edward, straight ahead. And then Mary underneath him. Interesting vases and stuff on the floor. And then inside here we've got just, oh my focus got all thrown off for a second. There's family members on the sides. Plenty of room in here, it looks like. Interesting. Now we've found some of the prominent citizens of old San Francisco. Let's walk around here and look at some interesting stones, monuments, San Francisco airport traffic right above me right now. We're on the direct exit path, I do believe, of the airport, and the entrance too. So you might hear that from time to time, unfortunately, but let's get on with it here. There's a lot of interesting stones in this cemetery. Beautiful, interesting. The Barton family. God, this is just like a screenshot this. This is just absolutely beautiful. beautiful. Kind of got to watch where you stand around here. Van Bergen is the name. It's kind of hard to read the stone though. There's an Edward Halden. He died 1908, February 15th, from what I can tell from the stone. Oh boy, our feathery friends are very active today. Some of these stones hold up great. Some of these stones are just weathered as heck. Got the Kennedy family. Mary J. Kennedy died January 23rd, 1948. Gertrude died March 9th, 1945. Mary died January 18th, 1960. And there's an Ella, died January 22nd, 1967. Oh, back here. There's a James Griffith, 1824 to 1894. James Kennedy, 1845 to 1913. And James T. Kennedy, 1875 to 1951. Let's see here. Yep, that's it. It's the Horrobin family. What's this one? Ellen. I can't really tell. It's rubbed out. It's a tiny stone though. This is grandmother. So it's not, I don't think it's necessarily a child's grave. I think it might be a child buried in here because there's a little lamb and everything on the stone, but there's some adults in here too. Yeah, on the side of this tree right here, it looks like this tree was probably a lot smaller when Henry Mueller was buried here. Died April 8th, 1912, aged 22 years and 8 months. And it's kind of almost upright now, the stone. He was probably buried here when this tree was very little. Or not here at all. That's incredible. This is the Small family. Wow. These guys are active today. They ain't talking today. Got a lot of beautiful stones. There's a lot of, just like, as I state, we found earlier on in the video, there's a lot of old San Francisco history. Pioneers, old San Francisco money laid to rest in these cemeteries. There's people in here that started businesses with their gold rush earnings. A lot of them came from the gold rush. Some of them lived off their earnings. Some of them started businesses in the Bay Area here. Some of them started businesses that are still in business today. That's why I love this cemetery. I mean, if you want old San Francisco history, you are looking right at it. Man, look at this tree. It's like nature starting to reclaim. And there's a couple stones around here. Look at this. This stone is starting to get swallowed up by the tree and by the land and just everything. Noah Chandler, March 1821 to August 1895, a native of Maine. Bethia Carvelli, wife of Noah, 1829 to 1901, a native of New Brunswick. Look at how this is just getting swallowed up. There's the name down there. Look at that. Can't even see at the bottom of the base where the last name is. That is incredible. Huh. H.W. Coffin is the name. No pun intended, but that's the last name. Harry, beloved husband, Alice, 1858 and 1897. Alice G. Coffin, and there's another Alice G. Coffin, 1861 to 1912. Huh. Interesting. Down at the chapel down here, there is a funeral service down there, so I can't really go down there right now. Look at this one. This is awesome. Jeremy James Larson, September 7th, 1979 to December 3rd, 2003. Beloved son and adored brother. His love of the Pacific Northwest led him from living in San Francisco to Portland, then to Seattle. Then they got like a timeline of his pictures. First picture, born in Abilene, Texas, 1979. And then it says Bury St. Edmunds, England, in 1983. And then Lakenheath, England, 1986. And then that last picture, 17 years old, graduation day, 1997. Let's try to actually, let's try to zoom in better on each picture in the timeline as well, so you guys can get an idea. bottom says, "Some treasures are not meant to grow old. They are only shared with us for a short time. As God calls them back home to be by his side, Jeremy was our treasure." Wow, that is an awesome stone. I love the timeline of different points in his life. Wow. Let's see. That was an awesome idea for a stone. That's probably one of the coolest stones I've seen. All right, guys, we're going to cut this one off. Thank you all for joining me. We'll stick around and do some more adventures. I'll be coming back at you with some more adventures pretty soon. Thank you all for watching. Do me a favor. Like this video. Share this video. Comment on this video. I know it sounds YouTuber cliche, but it lets YouTube know that you guys kind of sort of like me. So thank you all so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.